Okay, so here's what's funny. Like I named the last video New Dawn. Um, it reminds me a lot of Battlestar Galactica. Okay, so we have.
Words. As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them. You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green hubris. I think Kalain Orselio was simply a skilled navigator. Oh, yes. The navigators of the House came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy. Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house. So says Regent Auronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling grey clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novateur. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden. By all means. I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Okay, it probably is to my benefit to go around and talk to everybody. I live with this thing where, I know that I have those of you viewing this video, so I'm trying to slow down. But I'm telling you, I would have been like 1-1-1-1. I would have been like pegging through it really fast. Because I'm just looking for more quests. I'm not looking for, you know, anything else. But let's keep going. She said she wanted to talk to me.
Greetings.
Looks like we got it covered. I'm just making sure there's nothing extra I need to do with any of my people, and I also think that this is Roman numeral 1 to show that that dog goes with me, because we have like all these it's possible there could be more than one dog, for example, in your party.
Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
And man, oh man, we got to decide like who's gonna be in my party. Like, I'm already regretting that choice. Alright, let's see if we can still trade with those factions now that we're in Act 2. So, let's see. Uh-oh, maybe it's not a list. Yeah, they're not on here anymore. That's create a new character. That's respec a character. Yeah, we don't have anybody to trade with now. And I think we can see that here. Like, the reputation remains, but we lost contact with, because we just left a dying system. Makes total sense. I'm not complaining about that at all. Ah, there is one other thing we need to do, and it's over here on the right. We need to do void ship management. So, obviously we have our basic components. There's nothing new to talk about there. But to talk about posts. So this post requires persuasion, and it does a great job of showing you that we have the best persuasion. So we're going to keep our guy there, and he's bringing the swing run capability to the ship. This post requires demolition, and that causes a change. This post is tech use, so we're going to put him in. This post, athletics, he is still the best. This one is the warp channeler. She is the best. And this one is awareness, which is still her. So all we did was switch out one person. And this educated labor was because we helped the kids. No, this was because we helped the freight line workers after we did our assessment. That's really cool. There's so many cool things about this game. Like, I like the D&D universe more, don't get me wrong, but this game is fantastic. I can't believe it's been out for a couple of years and I didn't even know it existed. I mean, it was Warhammer. I probably ignored it just for that alone. So, anyways, here we are. I'm over here. There's unknown ships. Oh yeah, we're gonna immediately go into battle. We're getting indoctrinated right away. Alright, let's go for it. So yeah, we got a combat. It's generally not hard. Combat's weird. You're going to get to see it in a few seconds here.
All stations, report when manned and ready.
So obviously these are enemies. That's us. So we'll go through this one screen at a time. So Battlefield has 3 zones marked by various degrees of brightness. There's an acceleration zone, a mid-movement, and an end movement. Ships travel at high speed, which is why both your ships and those of your enemies move a certain distance each round. You only end your turn once. Your ship has traversed the minimum required distance and enters the end movement zone. To move the ship, left click. And evaluate the efficiency of future attacks from that position. Left click again to confirm your choice. Alright. The best way is to just talk about it. This is the acceleration zone. This is the mid zone. This is the final zone. So any of these dark green spots, or the brightest green, however you want to look at it, is where you end up. But here's the key kicker. I mean, these are your 2 enemies. Is we can ram a ship if we go straight. There's a lance weapon that can shoot in that pattern. We have a prowl battery that shoots in that pattern. We have basically, just think, classic ship. We have a plasma battery that's broadside. We have another front attack. And we have another broadside. We can launch, I think, all of these if there's somebody in our range. So if I come straight in, I'm going to be facing this way. And all those attacks that go in front of us are going to completely miss these guys. But I can do this and pretty much annihilate this, but he's going to be in our rear. If I go here, see, it gets a little tricky. I'll be facing towards him, and I can probably broadside him, but my straight ahead stuff will probably all miss him. So I'm going to go this way, and then we can see. We can actually do this to see how many times I'm going to be able to hit this guy. Does that make sense? Let's go ahead and do it.
Set.
So it's telling me I have weapons. Each weapon has a separate attack action and a firing arc. Alright. So, I have 182 health. If I were to restart a shield, the shields will be completely restored at the start of the next turn. It reduces my speed by 3 and my firing range by 2, though. If I do that, my shields are at full strength, so there's no concerns there. So let's go ahead and hit him with this one.
Make every shot count.
Some ships are protected by shields. You must first pierce the shield. 2 shield arrays cover the ship's sides. 1 protects its bow, 1 its turn. Enemies recover shields each round. We have shields as well. And when they're depleted, we take damage. We have to do that restart shields action. Alright, let's keep going.
Fire at will.
Alright, so that guy's blown up. We didn't even have to shoot the other ones. Right, so he's going to get to go, and he'll probably get some shots on us. And by the way, those 70s around our ship, those are our shields. So let me go ahead and end the turn. And I don't think these guys, like, they tell you what the post does, but I don't think there's, like, you know, it's not like you click on them and they do something. Although you can see that the oh, right there, we can do a swing run. So we do have abilities. This guy has this ability, she has that one. Alright, so we took hull damage. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the shield. And we'll go ahead and do a swing around. We could do this. We could go in a straight line and then do a U-turn. But I'm actually cool with this.
All right, prepare for acceleration.
That's not going to hit, but that will.
Macro cannon, open fire.
And then, oh, that's going to miss. I thought that was going to hit. We should have checked it before I...
Salvo!
Alright, we got him good, but we didn't finish him off. Just rotated a bit too much. So they're going up, but they're not going to be able to hit us because this is their, I mean, they got their back to us. All their guns are in front of them or on the side. But see, we got a similar issue, but now I'm going to do this.
Engage the engines.
And then it's got a cooldown, so you can't do it all the time. But how awesome was that?
Let them taste our fury.
Alright, so they have shields that absorbed all that. Once again, we missed. Oh my goodness.
Macro cannons, open fire.
They must be doing something to give themselves like a shield. Disengaging. Oh, it's powering up its warp engine. Oh man. We're not going to finish them off, are we? We gotta get them.
Make every shot count.
There we go. We got them.
I have missed this feeling.
So we have to repair our ship using scrap. And they gave us some ancient machinery, so we got some cargo and 32 scrap, which might be enough to repair a ship. I don't know. I don't know how much scrap you need. So we just go to Void Ship Management here. And here you can see we can do hull repair. That's going to cost us 16 scrap. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and do that. And now we're back to full hull strength. And then, as you can see, like, there's upgrades you can do to everything. So it's really, really cool. And you can see there, we're in this, like, asteroid belt. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, I guess we're going there. Priesthood of the Altar Templum has no desire to communicate, refusing access to guests. So they're not letting us land there right now. There's a Drusus blessing and a planet. So let's go check out the planet. Scan it. 50 experience points. And then again, we don't have any ability to mine. At some point, the game's going to teach us how to do this. I've never built a mine or anything yet. I'm sure we will. Footfall, of course, is where we need to go. But let's go here first. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a dumb question, I guess. So basically, we found a new trade organization, so let's trade with them. So this is the Imperial Navy, and all of these are upgrades to our ship. Now, the thing that's hard is, like, okay, so we want the Mark 201B auger array. That means nothing to me, but if you look at the top of the screen, we currently have the 100 auger array that lets us have 80% hit chance and 5% critical hit, and then it would go to 90% hit chance. So by installing this new array, we would give ourselves a 10% extra hit chance. This is just straight up buying scrap, and remember, we only have 20 profit. So if I want to spend my entire load, I can get this Void Shield array. So it provides... that's exactly what we already have. So we gain nothing by buying that one. And then with the lance weapon, so what I'm gathering here is we actually have 2 weapon slots. We have a Mars pattern in one and a lance weapon in the other. And we could buy another lance weapon to either replace the Mars battery or whatever. The Mezzoa lance weapon is a narrow arc, whereas the Mars battery, I think, has a wider arc. So we gotta be careful, right? And again, I'm spending everything I got if I buy any of these. This is a class drive, so it gives you extra speed. And then, oh yeah, this is what I considered, in my first game, this is what I bought. I bought torpedo tubes. And I used those to replace, I think, the Mars battery, but I never got into another combat, so I never got to try them out. So anyways, all that's available to us at level 0. This one we can't afford because we don't have enough. And you can see that the reputation goes all the way down to 14. And these are some gold items, which I'm assuming makes them awesome. So let's go to reputation. Here you can see They're looking for different things. Remember, like other people were looking for Void Heretic trophies? These guys are looking for pirate trophies for 300. And that's the best we got. Or ship components for 200. We don't have any of these other things. Now, I do have... like this, we need to send the cargo. I mean, I do have a Drakari weapon. I don't know if that's the same as this. Well, it says Zeno Artifacts cargo. Yeah, so it's not the same. So this is, this requires a heretical follower. Which of course we're not. So add that to cargo. Let's add that to cargo. The only thing I maybe regret is it'd be cool to have one of these maybe, you know, on one of my characters. But okay, getting back to this. I mean, that's at 120%. All that means is if I look into the cargo, there's some really large items that are like really high percentage. Because they try to keep it as close to 100 as possible. So yeah, we could try to improve our reputation, but look how hard that it's going to be. We can give them a ship component, at least get 200 points, right? But yeah, they're not interested in anything else. And that's what I mean by the different factions have different priorities. That's why I've been a little stubborn about selling things. Anything that's 300 or less, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Somebody else might be willing to pay more for that. We just got to be patient. Like, I want to establish a link with all of the factions and figure out who wants what at top dollar, and then we start selling. And if, you know what, ship components at 200 is the best we could get for ship components, then by all means, we'll just sell them all. But right now, I'm sort of being... I mean, we did sell one ship component, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, I'm being a little stubborn with this. Like, the Void Pirate trophies, I don't think I'm going to get better than 300 with other factions. Because you would think the Navy would reward me for Void Pirate trophies, but I'm going to hold off. It's not like I can afford... I mean, I can afford the repulsor shield, I guess. That would give us 80 points of protection for each sector. I just don't think it's worth it to spend everything I have until I start figuring out how do I get an income here. So, I will wait. Artificial facility unidentified. Oh, I didn't mean to click like that. So it's here and here. I wonder if that means this and this, or is this just for show? Yeah, when I click on that, all it does is just move me there. That's not what I meant. I thought maybe this was something I can interact with. I don't think it is. Let's go to Footfall. Looks like that's all that's left for us to do at the moment. Okay, so there's people who are being blinded on our ship. And we're going to have What's-His-Face say, I told you so. But here's the deal. He's wrong. Four perpetrators. They're not murders, they're suicides. They were about to blind themselves and end their own lives. When questioned, they all said the same thing. They're haunted by the sight of the dying Rykad Minoris. They see the same horrific picture. So, I don't know what the right decision here is. I think this is really difficult to do if we have thousands of passengers. I don't know if it's a good idea to just make everybody drunk and addicted to drugs. I just don't think that makes a good ship. So let's try this. This is like, I don't care. We'll try this. They were members of the crew. It says you were warned, but it was members of our own crew. Alright, lots of stuff going on. Okay, and just to give you an idea of where I quit my playthrough to start this one right when we were getting ready to go to the atrium. So like I made it through the shadow quarters, and I'll be honest with you, this is the most boring section. Like I was so bored. So let's see how we do. Alright, so we don't have What's-His-Face anymore. That allows me to get somebody back in the party. I mean, we could do her so we could at least have a psyker in our party at all times. I made her a class that I think was very interesting. But who would I take out? They're all interesting classes right now. She's another Arbiter, just like I am. Or the same class that I am. Except she has the Raven or whatever. Let's take her out and put her in. Just because I want to get a feel for all the different classes. And Idira is a heretic. So she's not, you know, aligned with what our mission is.
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome? You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
I will level you.
Okay, so I'll put this dude there. Let's put her right up front. I'll go here. Oh, I got my dog. I totally forgot I have a dog now. I don't think I can squeeze through there. Yeah, I don't think I can squeeze through there. So why don't I go... I'll go there. I'll put my dog right up front. Okay, 1 second. Okay, back. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Alright, so this is where it gets really wild now. Alright, we have 4 action points still. But this guy is our tactician, or whatever they call him. And see, right here, I'll let you... He has the rear. All allies in the rear deal 17% damage with range attacks and gain 7% over pen and critical hit. So I can press R to rotate this, and it's a 2x5. I think that's what I said. So anyways, I'm gonna... Oh my gosh, I forgot to move her up. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and place that right there. And it does not cost an action point. This is good news. So then the back line, 5x2 cells, all allies gain 17% cover efficiency and dodge. So they do well being in cover. And you cannot overlap them, by the way. So I can rotate this as well. I can give it to him.
My vow is to serve.
And then the front one, get a bonus to armor and damage. See, this is more of a square. So I'm gonna do that for now. So that's what his new class lets him do. So we put these little zones down, and then anybody in those zones are gonna get bonuses. The hardest, most difficult one really is this one, because these are the people that move around the most, so they're not going to stay in that zone. Standing behind cover, this guy could stay there all day. Giving shoot bonuses, stay there all day. But what this is really going to boil down to is I probably want to put these two together because they're both my shooters. So not the most ideal, but anyways, we're good. So now, for 2 action points, I could still do this.
Running binaric overdrive.
Right, so that's Machine Spirit Communion, or whatever. I can still do this, which will be one of my action points. And then that's another action point, so I probably can't do both, but... let's go ahead and do this. That gives me extra cover efficiency. And rather than doing this, which you know I love to do, I'm going to actually shoot. And I need to kill these guys that are next to me.
Request approved.
There we go. Done. still have an action. Ah, this might be one of those skills I took where the first one gives me an action back. Anyways, let's put analyze enemies on something. Now he's done. So now she can shoot. And who can she shoot? She can shoot these guys. Again, I don't know if they can have the ability to get through there or not. Like, let's look. They might. I mean, it looks like there might be a way through. Well, here. Can she walk there? Yes, she can. So yes, they can get through. So we have a threat here. But see, these two are a threat as well. So one of the things I forgot to do the whole last time I had this character is we're going to do Hunt Down the Prey. So see, it marks the enemy. When a bounty hunter kills the target, they gain a stackable bonus until the end of combat. It's really huge. And it depends on the difficulty tier. So 1 to 2, they get basically 25% maximum hit points, like bonus hit points. If it's a 3 to 4, they get critical damage, and a 5 to 6, they get both. So my only question is, how do I know what tier an enemy is? So let's right click on it. Indicated by the number from 1 to 7 on their icon. Oh, very interesting. So what would be his icon? I bet it's the 2 that you see right there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Is there a way I could see the 2 here? I guess this is how you see it. So that's a 1, that's a 1. Oh, there's a 4. Who's that one? Ooh. And I can shoot her too. Let's do it! Let's do it! We're gonna put it on Bloodstained Amelia. She's a tier 4. And then let's shoot her. She definitely has a lot of health, but it doesn't matter.
With you, my emperor!
Then we can do this.
As the emperor commands, I act.
Shoot again. See how it says, shows the little guns? And then we're gonna go ahead and do that.
I'll do it.
Oh, we could mark other prey too. Well, right now I'm just gonna mark that one. End turn.
I'm here, maggot.
That's very interesting.
Time to slaughter someone.
I feel
She
nothing.
killed both of her
nothing.
people. Alright. I think I want to take these guys out before they go after her. So let's maybe go here. Take a swing at this one.
I am your blade and shield.
That's good and gone. Swing to there. Now, this is her new ability. Aim for the opening. Choose an enemy in their line of sight. Marks an additional opening on this enemy, whichever side is closest. If this additional opening is not hit by the end of the assassin's turn, it disappears. So let's say they choose this one.
As honor ordains.
So the opening is like on this side. Then she's gonna do this and hopefully, there you go. So she hit him, but then see how the opening moved? Now it's on the back side of him. And gosh darn it, that's like, this is a real good view. So you can see it's behind him. Like this, I can't really tell. I mean, you can sort of tell it's behind him. But so now I want to do this and jump
The
behind him.
shadows will see it done.
See, and then the opening moved to the front. But now I'm out of action points. I would have loved to bounce back because I could have hit him again. It looks like this guy also has an opening. Did the opening thing... It's almost like both of them have openings. Interesting. Anyways, there you have it. So I'm going to go ahead and end that turn. They're hitting our dog.
Come, the other side awaits.
That guy's done. We knew that was going to happen.
Emperor, protect me.
He hit his own guy. Our dog is in bad shape. Alright, we got a lot of movement points, but I'm going to move to here.
Emperor, give me strength.
We can...
I am a navigator,
That
not a
heals
servitor.
the dog. I don't know how many... So we have 17 stacks of tactical advantage. Equal to their fellowship bonus. Yeah, that's where the officer thing really does have an advantage. So 17 stacks, and this gives you 4% additional damage for every single stack. That's huge. And that uses the willpower bonus, which it really does work well for her.
Isn't
Let's
this
try
a
it.
job for the serfs?
So we just used half of our 17. And then we're going to do an attack. I don't know if it went up. I'm thinking it has to be this kind of attack, and if that's the case, then this is not as good.
I'm not accustomed.
Although we just did 52 damage. That was way more than this said. Let's give her another attack. Let's stay focused on her. All the action points are gone.
High momentum.
So now we got Abelard here. I can go back to take him out. Yeah, let's do that.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
I gotta remember to do this stuff.
We'll rule the stars themselves. I will do my duty. It will be done.
There we go.
Follow my lead. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
So now we got a whole bunch of commands here. Let's look. So it runs to the enemy, makes an attack, dealing 50% more damage and inflicting apprehended effect. Each subsequent use increases the cost by another action point. So 1 and then 2 and then 3. Fights independently, cannot be controlled directly. Always moves to the closest enemy and attacks them. Yeah, and that's a good idea, because if I'm low on action points, it's not a bad deal. This resurrects. Okay. I'm gonna choose We got a whole bunch of enemies over here. A whole bunch of enemies back there. Oh, we skipped protect. That's pretty cool. So let's tell him to apprehend this
I'll
guy.
make it happen.
Alright, that was awesome.
Who if not me?
Completely missed.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'll see to it personally.
Out my way!
I took care of this one.
Perfect.
Let's get to it. This'll
Let's
even
make it
go.
quick. The old Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
So I can move these things around again. I just don't know. Well, here, I can move the front line. I thought I moved it to there. Maybe I didn't.
Request approved.
That just seriously lowered her armor. Might make it easier for her to get killed. So let's try it.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Did I just miss? I did. You jerk.
I'll do it.
Killing brings me no pleasure. As honor ordained, death is a blessing.
So they're all as good as dead?
I bring mercy in retribution.
I mean, I keep telling myself, you know what? Replace her. She, skill-wise, brings the least. But who kills the most people on the battlefield? It's her. I mean, she's like our MVP almost every battle.
Look out.
Yep. That was quite a hit.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
As the Emperor
There we go. So now she should have gotten the bonuses from Hunt Down the Prey. Yeah, she got a critical bonus. She has 4, a stack of 4. Alright, it's a little confusing, but it works. Alright, who can she shoot now? There's nobody even in line of sight. Can she... Yep, she can't even do that. Alright, I guess she has to end her turn.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
There
I
we go. She
am
can hit one
another
of them.
foe painted black.
My place is at the fore. At your beck and call. One fewer target. It will be done.
Almost.
I'll make it happen.
I mean, you gotta admit, the dog is really cool. You're doing good, Mindy. She's looking at me like she has no idea what I'm talking about, but she's glad I'm giving her attention. Alright. Oh my goodness. So we have a chainsword. It looks very pedestrian, that chainsword. Like, why would I want that chainsword over... What does he have? Yeah, he has better chainswords all across the board. That's a combat shotgun. Ooh. Is that better than ours? It is. We have Blast Wave, which was a unique shotgun, but the combat shotgun is better. And these medium armors, I'm not sure. Yeah, we already got those covered. Then we got some nice axes. If I wanted to switch some melee people to axes, but I don't. So I'm going to move everything over and then move this back. Two-handed. Push targets 3 cells away even if the shot misses. Shotguns knock enemies back. I'm not going to move the other shotgun into cargo. I just want to make sure it works right in the next battle. I am pretty certain that the shotgun type of shot I've been using is one of my skills. So it's not going to, you know, suddenly disappear just because I have a different shotgun. The other thing is, there are a lot of directions. Like, you can go in multiple directions on this map. Here's what I'm trying to get at. Like, there's loot everywhere. So we're currently here, you know, there's up, down, left, right. Like, which way is the correct way to go? And, it's real easy to get discombobulated and to miss pickups.
Just as I planned.
Jewelry, uniform. Ooh. Oh, it's a Cyber Raven. No, no, no. She, not her, but the girl we didn't take has the Cyber Raven. We'll take it, possibly give it to her.
I always get the job done.
Okay, so we sorta went this way. We can keep going, because you can see, like, there's... This is the problem. You can start to commit one direction, and next thing you know, you're halfway across the map. So the ANV wants to kill... All those are factions that we would trade with. And Valancius is us. And ANV, I think, are the gang we just fought. I think they were the Anvers gang or something like that.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, so let's go back to where we started. Because there was stuff over here. Opticon 22. So we've done a lot of trade with them. We gave them Promethium 30 years ago, and they want to finally pay us for it. So I can tell them no payment needed. I don't know why I would say that. I want payment. Let's take the payment. Yeah, we got some extractium. That means we can extract the planets. That's awesome. We got 2 of them. So they're just telling us what kind of goods they want. We'll figure that out once we trade with them. That's actually sort of funny. Data classified. I mean, basically, this is a trade faction. All this is just like fluff. Alright, so we're talking about the Explorators, and see, we already have a 3,000 with them. And sure enough, we have Holy Gifts and Heretic Trophies, all worth 500 each. Let's give them the 2 Holy Gifts. So we're at 3. See, look at this, it goes from 0 to 5. And that Mobile Extractium right there, that costs 28. We were given 2. I mean, that's those 2 that we were given. If you, I mean, that's like 56 in value. That's over. Oh, that's almost triple what we have in our entire wealth. All right, let's give him a Heretic Trophy. And I'm always trying to pick the one closest to 100%. So we made it go to level 4. And then, of course, we would need it to get to level 5 to unlock these. That's a bolt weapon. We don't need that. It's okay. That's an exotic 2-hander. Don't need that either. So, like, I don't need these things. There's a plasma pistol. Not sure it's any better than the one we already have. This Omniscient Axe, of course, is what our tech dude has. That's a Force Sword. That's good for the dude that just left us. It basically makes reload cost less. Precise laser gun. Right there, heavy plasma gun. That's what we ultimately want. 45% armor penetration. But you need to have level 12 to even get there. It keeps going. Look at this. So it looks like it goes all the way to 21. A 65% armor heavy. That looks good, actually. I mean, it better be for the price. And there's our first melt-a-gun. Remember, we were talking about those. That, you have to get really deep. Okay, I don't see a super need to keep this going. And, I mean, I have more stuff to give them at 500, which is a good price. And then, of course, I have a lot of other stuff as well, but they're not at 500. And right now, my thoughts are is only sell the 500 ones. Sure, I'm going to sell all 3 of these. That put us at 5. Not that we needed to be at 5, but now we at least have the next level unlocked. They're worth 500 each. We got maximum value with this faction. There's a part of me that wants to go get back on the ship. Ooh. It's a light armor, but it's only 25%. It's no better at all. Now, you might be wondering, why are you doing this when you have nothing out here except for the town to explore? All good questions. I want to use the Extractium. This planet has the opportunity to place Extractium, so I want to see what happens if we place Extractium there. So let's try it. Oh, look at that, we got 2. They were already... I didn't tell it to put 2 there. About sacred mechanisms and extraction of resources needed by the rogue trader. But there's no resources. So does it just mean this is a crap planet? I'm not sure I get that. I'm really shocked that we're in Act 2 and we still have elements of the game they're teaching us for the first time. My guess is... Oh, look at that. I could go straight there or there. But let's finish this. Now, this is an interesting thing. So he... That's right, and she's got the commander abilities. She has the Raven. Let's park her for a bit. Bring her out. See, we got the little Raven. Let's check that out with the Raven. We also have this.
I'm not so sure.
So, Cyber Raven. Why can't she equip that? Oh, it can only be equipped by a familiar. Oh, wow. That's right, it has its own... So 46 willpower. And 43 is the wounds, right? So we put this on. 64. Oh, that's fantastic. See, look, we have 2 Extractiums right here. My only guess is that because the game hasn't taught it to us yet, that I can't go and use them. But this is fantastic. That just got a lot stronger. Very cool. Very, very cool. What else about her? I still have the Lightning Arc Staff if I want to go back to that. Otherwise, this one is... yeah. Interesting. See, this is saying he only has rending shots. That's also only with rending shots. So those extra abilities are my abilities. Okay, I'm just making sure, folks, making sure. Alright, I know we swept out the Navigator, which I'm gonna miss the Navigator. Like I said, I like all the party members, to be honest. I'm sort of disappointed that the game gives you so many... It's like Wizardry 8. I like all the classes. I want them all. They all have wonderful... Like, even when you
Rise
say,
to the
I don't
top
need a thief,
or get left in the dust.
they're really good at doing critical damage. The bishops are fantastic. Each mage can be replaced with a bishop, but the mages will level up quicker. Right, looks like some kind of thievery opportunity.
I always keep my options open.
Bureaucrats.
We've got a job to do, Rust Bucket.
Alright, let's see the Anvers gang, ANV. Alright, there's a code that will open this, and you gotta find it on different notes that are around town. I don't know if it was that one. 16165? That was the cargo container that was stolen. That doesn't mean that that's the code. See, and 6 is not one of the numbers. And the 2 is broken on this one. Yeah, so how would I figure out their numbers?
Keep your wits about you.
I don't know. Oh, we just got our first purple. So this is an eagle one. We don't have an eagle with us. I'm okay with throwing that over.
That's how it's done. Is there money to be made?
Duty prevails.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, have I explored the whole map? There's loot here, but I think that's the one that's behind the code. Oh, there's loot there. That's right near our... It's telling us to go here, huh? Nope. That's the one that we need to go to. Oh, it's just this thing. Alright, so let's do it. I'm not beneath looking this up. So code, oh, rogue trader, code, footfall, container. Look at that, even the AI knows. 3541. You can find clues to decipher the code on a note near the docks. Pointing to a holy book, 3rd page, a customs officer, 5, and a hangar, 01. The only remaining option is 4. Oh, that would have been brutal to figure out. So it said 3541. That was much easier. I understand. For some, they don't like that. Three auto pistols, 2 auto guns. We got another multi-key. This would be really good for the guy we don't have anymore. That's good for each psi power they use. That would also be good for the guy we don't have anymore, but she could do it too. Who doesn't have a cape? She doesn't have a cape. Let's make her immune to burning. Right, not horrible. There was definitely a lot of trade goods in there. I give the game credit. Like, if you can't figure out the
Rise
code,
to the top,
it's
or
not
get
like
left in the dust.
it's got game-breaking stuff inside of it. So we can go to the atrium or to Shadow Quarters. I went to Shadow Quarters last time. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Back. We got this
The
elevator.
Shadow Quarters. When I was last on Footfall, I used to take my weapon and wander this area, anticipating an encounter with a mutant or a bandit.
I enjoy
Oh,
it
that's
here.
way down the hill.
This place
Yeah.
reminds me of the flagship.
I always hate it
freight
when that
line.
happens. It looked like it was
And
right
it's
here.
Like home.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, this is a confusing area to walk around in. A lot of things in a lot of different places. The dog is pointing out that there's goods here. It's another note that's just like before. I'm gonna move it over. So we'll walk along the road here. That will definitely be a battle.
Let us not dawdle. I'll make an example out of you.
Spare none of them!
Alright, so we got this dude here. Okay. The rear. Range attack damage bonus.
Running binary
there.
override.
Cover efficiency and dodge.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
And then attack bonuses. We'll put up there.
My
We'll
vow
call it the
is to
perfect
serve.
spot. Let's try an area attack.
Ability analysis. Successful.
Now, in doing that, I think the gun's not available for 2 turns.
The Omnissiah knows all. Comprehends all. Running binary override.
Oh man, that guy has some heavy armor.
Death comes in silence. As the tenants demand. Trust me. The shadows will see it.
What does she have 100 stack of? Wow, that's really good.
Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
Look at this, we got a level 5. Yeah.
Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen.
Here we go. Only a pain won't stop me.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Alright, so we have our new... That heals 12 shock damage to the 3 closest enemies. Move up to 14 cells. This is just one of her skills. Well, let's put Analyze on that level 5 dude.
Quiet, Whispers. It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself.
Okay, that's awesome. That's just as awesome as the lightning bolt strike, except you're in complete control of it. I really like this class. I just want a whole party of them. Let's just have eagles, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Anything else? But of course.
Hold on. Let's get to it.
An exemplary strike.
Right, that's not good.
Formation is broken.
Let's get to it.
Did I just get KO'd? Oh, come on.
Out of my way.
Didn't even get
Let's
to take
make
my
it
turn.
quick. Here we go. Hold on. Let's get to it.
Aim for the heart next time.
A tactically sound approach. I will do my duty.
Let's get to it.
Well, at least Mindy's fighting for me. I don't think I have anything to revive a character.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve. Cogitation fails. The Omnissiah knows, comprehends all.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing. I shall not fail. Let your soul be as honor ordained. Trust me.
Let's see what you can do. Was that you? Or... Will do.
Out of my way!
Liturgy is required.
Let's make it
Two
quick.
characters down.
Here we go. Indeed.
That's all I got.
It will be done.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binaric override. My vow is to serve.
My blade whispers your name. As the tenets demand. As honor ordains.
Anything else? On it. Be gone.
Man, that guy was tough.
Quiet, Whispers. It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself.
Oh, I'm out of actions.
Hold on. Let's get to it. Reduce to dust.
What was... in the warp relay area. I don't know what that means. But man, oh man, was that challenging. I don't need a thunder hammer. Nobody can use it. So what's this saying? Right, so we have head traumas because we were KO'd. Makes total sense. I'm not whining or complaining about that. But that means we gotta get back to our ship and heal it up. So let's do exactly that.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
That was definitely a challenging battle. See, it just shows that the enemies can get a lot harder. I almost feel like Act 1 was like an extended prologue in some ways, because, you know, they're constantly teaching you new things. And I want to look something up real quick while we're going, since we're going back to the ship. And I don't mind sharing it with you. So, Rogue Trader. Once you set an extractor, you get a specific amount of resources, the ones you see on the planet when you set it up. They get into so many goofy details, these guys. It's not how do you get them, how do you use them? Oh, this is always dangerous looking at these guys. So we get the extraction vendor, we get that. Well, there are several star systems with resources on the planet. However, it's better to save the device for planets that have plenty of resources. (10 to 12). Click on the resource icon on the planet, then accept the use of the device. Oh. So our planet has 0 resources. That's why I don't understand why it said it had 2 extractium on it then. Makes no different, or makes no sense.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, we are fully healed now. And it's really late at night, so I gotta stop. So let's call it here. Thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.